Hey friends, I wanted to record a quick video to let you know about a new project that I'm working on that I'm really excited about. And some of you have probably already encountered it. It's called the Right Box. I also have a small little favor to ask, but we'll get to that at the end. Before I get to my update though, I'd actually love it if you'd let me know what you're working on down in the comments. I really just don't get to talk to you guys enough, and I really want to know what's going on in your world. But for now, I guess, back to me. So in my career, I've worked for small business, large enterprise, nonprofit, the whole gamut, but I always find myself drawn back to innovative teams and to the startup world specifically. As most of you know, I spend more time than I care to add up volunteering to help aspiring entrepreneurs and innovators make that leap into the incredible world that I love and to grow in it. And all this because at my heart, in my heart, these are my people, right? And when I was hired as CEO of Mindbox more than 4 years ago, I was charged with making a pivot. The founders, Josh and Lauren and Chris, spent more than a decade building a technology company that serviced startups. But they found increasing success and value in the intellectual capital, or the intellectual work rather, of helping startups think about their business, like principally about what they need to do before they build a bunch of technology. And my charge was to double down on that and build out those products. And over the years, we worked with more than 100 entrepreneurs and corporate teams on hundreds of projects. And with that team, with my friends, we built some really great things. And we came up with and tested some killer tools and techniques. And we brought design thinking and lean startup and agile engineering and experience design and management consulting and organizational psychology and more to startups that needed it. Since I'm recording this the day after Thanksgiving, it's hard not to reminisce about that and feel gratitude for every one of those experiences. And when we eventually sold the technology division we built to a partner company, and then ultimately decided to close Mindbox, it gave me a chance to think about what I wanted to do next. Where was I going from here? And thinking about what Mindbox transferred, customers, employees, a whole slew of technical best practices, and so on and so forth. It made me think about what we kept. And amongst other things, it was a passion for helping entrepreneurs and helping innovators. It was a way of doing things, but more than any of that, a way of thinking about things. It was like this little box of wisdom acquired through failure and success alike, and grounded in knowing that innovation and creativity aren't really about thinking outside the box, but about finding the right box in which to think. And from that idea, I created my new venture, The Right Box. It's a bespoke consulting group who helps innovative teams unlock momentum by making the right decision right now. And whether it's an early stage startup looking for product market fit, or an established company looking to use innovation to grow and scale, we're talking about making the kinds of decisions that don't make themselves, which we do with a proven process through which we surface the right next bet. That's the smartest bet available that we make as small as possible. And to give you an idea of what I've got going on, let me tell you about the Right Box's flagship solutions, or one of our flagship solutions, which we call the Product Design Sprint. It comes directly out of my team's experience working with more than 100 founders. It's this multi-day decision-making event, and it's designed specifically for one of my favorite groups, the startups that are either at revenue or maybe have taken equity investment, but they have not yet achieved the product market fit that they need to scale. They know that they're onto something, right? It has the feel, you can smell it. There's a there, but they're not there yet. And the next step to take is murky at best. And I call this stage of uncertainty the startup groan zone, right? It's really hard, but it's not complicated. It's just time to make what feels like an impossible decision. And the goal of the product design sprint is to find the fastest path to making that decision, to placing the next bet. To get started, we get together in a room with the startup team and collaborate through a series of proven tools and techniques from that little bag of tricks to find the best product market fit hypothesis for the moment. And we craft a way to test it the most lightweight way possible. And we do all of this in under a week. After the sprint, of course, we continue to work with the team to make the complicated decisions necessary to refine that hypothesis over time, right? Because that's how you actually find product market fit. Impossible decisions aren't really about making the right choice, but about making the most reasonable choice in the moment and working over time to make it the right choice in retrospect. It's really an extraordinary process, and it's really powerful, but it's not like a miracle cure or anything like that. It's a process. And after the sprint, the team's work is really just beginning, but now the direction is clear. They're on the right path to take that right next step. Instead of maybe walking in circles, they can run in a straight line, and that makes all the difference. Okay, I promised a quick video, and this definitely wasn't very quick. And if you know me, you're not really surprised by that. But I am actually going to wind down here. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for listening. I do really appreciate it. And before you go, I'm hoping you can do me just one solid. So the Rightbox is a new company, and we're going to be sharing a lot of content over the coming days, weeks, months ahead. So if you want to follow along with our story, with my story, or if startups and entrepreneurship and innovation interest you, I actually really love it if you could give the Rightbox a like or a follow. I'll just tag us below. But that's kind of it for me. Remember, comment down below what you're working on these days, because I actually do really want to know. But for now, take it easy, and I hope we'll talk soon. That's it. See you guys.